After Manson's imprisonment, Lynette Fromm and Sandra Good continued the fight for Ottawa. Good sent this manifesto to the Associated Press in 1975.
The International People's Court of Retribution is a wave of assassins. It is made up of several thousand people throughout the world who love the earth, the children, and their own lives. They have been silently watching executives and chairmen of boards and their wives of companies and industries that in any way harm the air, water, earth, and wildlife. They can be assassinated on the golf courses. They move of their own accord. Necessity dictates policy. Exxon, ITT, Standard Oil, Union Oil, lumber company executives, Gulf Oil, must get out of the country or you'll be killed. We want to live, you maggots, you monsters. Get out of the country or you'll be killed.
Manson rails against the money mind as one of his principal enemies.
666 is just a dollar bill. That's the body of the money. The body of the people that work for the money. Take that gold on that man's ring. He works, how long did you work for that? 2 or 3 weeks to get that ring? And when he got that ring, puts it on his finger and he writes it around, and he doesn't know that he's holding up the very same value that's working his African brother to death and is starving somebody else down on the ground, but he wears it on his finger like it was okay. I'd take it off and throw it on the dirt. You know, I wouldn't enslave nobody for a piece of gold. That's stupid. And anybody you see wearing gold, you know, they're enslaving somebody else with it, you know. But it's where their brain is, and you can't get them out of it.
Much as simplistic historians have dismissed Hitler's Third Reich as the overcompensation of a failed artist, Manson's vision of a holy war has been generally characterized as nothing more than the jealous rage of a spurned musician, a would-be rock star with delusions of grandeur. In fact, against all evidence, it is widely accepted that the overriding motive for the Tate murders was Manson's resentment against Doris Day's record producer's son, Terry Melcher. According to this theory, Manson was so enraged that Melcher did not provide him with a record contract. He ordered his slavish minions to murder everyone in the house he believed to be Melcher's. 150 Cielo Drive. Melcher himself put the lie to this theory in a 1974 Rolling Stone interview, where he said that Manson knew Melcher did not live any longer at that address because he had tried to get in touch with him under friendly circumstances at his house in Malibu. This image of Manson, desperate for big bucks and fame at any cost, has also given rise to the lingering rumor that Charlie once went to a casting call for the TV show The Monkees, hoping to be cast as one of the ersatz Beatle imitators. This would have been a difficult audition, however, as Manson was imprisoned in Terminal Island at the time of this casting call. To imagine Manson attempting to fit his music into the prepackaged sterility of popular entertainment is absurd.
The way I communicate is in music. It's like to know someone, you start in the fingertips. You can know me in my fingers. You can know me in my hands. You can know me in my arms. You know, in other words, I'm something inside that goes beyond words. Words, blah, 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 you know, they're a bunch of fucking biscuit. That's what they teach you in school. You know, I live from here. But I can't get any music out of this. I can't get any music out of nothing. These motherfuckers cut me off of my music, see? And then they represent off to the little girls. Look at me, little girls. Music is my soul. Music's the way I express. It's my religion. It's my religion.
You've also said sex is religion.
Yeah, sex is a reflection. Everything's a reflection of this. When you reflect that, you reflect music. I reflect it in music. That's me. But I put my soul into the sound. That's in my music, see? But that's what they won't let me get out. And then every time they keep that music out, then all the kids rise up and they kill a bunch of people. And then they say, well, oh, you're fucked up. Well, why are we fucked up? Who just says you can put your music up over my music? You dig what I'm saying? Who put your voice up over my voice? Who says your God's bigger than my God? You dig what I mean? In other words, it's just if you get down in the alley with it, and whose dog's the biggest dog, I'm the biggest dog when I'm out there in the street. It's like to get on down the road and play my music. See, I play my music for, are you hot in here? I play my music for me. I don't play my music to entertain people. I play my music because I am my music, you know, and I live 24 hours a day in music.
Manson began concentrating on the guitar in 1959 when he was serving time with Alvin "Creepy" Karpis, the last survivor of Ma Barker's gang. The old con, who had been personally arrested by J. Edgar Hoover, taught the young Manson a few techniques on the steel guitar that were quickly worked into his repertoire. In 1968, Manson and the family met the Beach Boys, seen here at a Halloween get-together. They admired Manson's music enough to record one of his songs, "Cease to Exist," although they altered the lyrics to the more palatable "Cease to Resist," and retitled the song "Never Learn Not to Love You." The song can be heard on the Beach Boys' 2020 album.
Because when I fell out of this penitentiary and I was playing my music, you, Neil Diamond, Buffalo Springfield, and Beach Boys, all them guys came to me, you dig, and you said, how can you play this kind of music, man? We've never heard this kind of music before. You know, I said, wow, this is strange kind of music, you know? And I said, oh. And they copied and stole from me and took it down and put it in whatever they did, you dig?
Dennis Wilson, the Beach Boys' drummer, was particularly taken with the family and allowed them to inhabit his mansion for some time. Wilson raved in one interview that he had a friend who was a little like the devil, who liked to be called the Wizard. "Sometimes he frightens me," Wilson admitted. Manson, however, is scornful of the idea that his friends in the music industry were of any help to him at all.
Ain't nobody ever tried to help me do nothing, man. Nobody helps you. Everybody wants to ride. They talk about help, but there ain't no such thing. You got to help yourself. Everybody that says they want to help you, you dig what I'm saying? They got, you know, everybody's, you know, we all hold a little, and then who does it all balance off on?
Utilizing one of the Beach Boys' recording studios, Manson recorded an album of songs on August 8, 1968, exactly a year before the murders transpired. The album was released as Lie after Manson's arrest. He has since recorded other music which has been smuggled out of prison and distributed to a few devotees. Perhaps the ultimate myth relevant to Manson and music is the fiction created by Vincent Bugliosi, stating that Manson believed the Beatles were sending secret messages to him on their White Album.
I'm not of the 60s. I'm not a generation of the 60s. The 60s were little kids to me. The Beatles were like punk rock is to you. That's what the Beatles was to me. They were, you know, that's not my era. My era was Bing Crosby. I'm 53 years old. I'm not a teeny bopper.
In a sense, Charles Manson the man no longer exists. He has been replaced and transformed by the symbol rather than the flesh and blood being. The real Manson now resides in the imagination of the public, voracious for their next vicarious thrill. As for the man himself, he claims not to care how the media portrays him.
Fuck the people out there.
People that don't know you.
I don't give a fuck whether they know. Anybody that don't know themselves don't.